Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's time for another Starcraft 2 broadcast. And today I thought I'd come back and do some European games. We actually have Empire Happy as the blue Terran player in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. And his opponent is going to be the blue or teal Zerg player. It is blue versus blue. It is going to be, of course, Liquid TLO. And I'm very excited here because I haven't casted TLO for a long time, and he's still obviously playing StarCraft 2. Here he is the teal Zerg player. This is going to be a extended series. I'll be doing multiple games from this set, and I don't actually know which tournament this is from. This was submitted to my email inbox at HDreplays@gmail.com. So hopefully you guys enjoy this matchup. I'm actually out on the East Coast in Maine right now, and when this video comes out, I will be on the East Coast. I'm actually casting this the night before I fly out. So for the next week, or I guess I should say there will be a few days where I won't be uploading too many videos. But this will come up, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but this will be coming up at some point. And I don't know when yet. So we'll see what happens here. It is going to be a Zerg versus Terran, and very cool here. I haven't, like I said, I haven't casted TLO for a while, and Happy is actually, you know, really good Terran, doing pretty well for himself in the DreamHack tournaments that have been going on this year, and going very far. So he has obviously elevated his game to the next level, and very excited to see how this match is going to go down. We do have a command center opening here for Happy, and this map, Whirlwind, is such a big map that a lot of times, you know, I totally agree with expanding right away, and he is going to throw up the barracks now. And this is, you know, it's a smart layout because you get the expansion down quickly, but you also wall this in and make sure that no Zerg units can run on in. And TLO here is actually going to be going for a quick expansion himself. We don't have cross spawn, but they have basically spawned in, they have spawned on the bottom side of the map. So we'll see how long the game goes on for. A lot of times when you cross spawn on Whirlwind, it can go for an extended period of time. But I think in this situation, you know, TLO is going to be facing a lot of pressure from medevac drops, especially at the natural expansion. You can see it's pretty much, you know, there's a wide open area here where the medevacs can just fly in and harass the Zerg expansion for a very long time. And that is something that TLO is going to have to prepare himself for. A lot of Zergs nowadays, you know, to combat those medevac drops, which can contain Hellbats or Widow Mines, just throw a Spore and a couple Spines. That's what you see on ladder quite often, actually, because it gives you dual purpose. You know, it can fend off the medevac, and if there is Widow Mines, then it will detect the Widow Mines as well. So a lot of Zergs now throw that up, but it does cost your economy because obviously you have to, you know, sacrifice drones. So there is a balance that you have to find when dealing with aggressive Terrans. So we'll see here as this SCV is making its way back home. There is a factory on the way, but Happy going for the command center first opening typically means that you're not going to see any aggression, at least not for the next 3 or 4 minutes. As the Terran really is just setting up home camp here and brings out his Marines to save that SCV. Nice play by Happy. Although I don't think the Zerglings would have even dared to run past the bunker. That would be pretty suicidal. Overlords continuing to spread out across the map. Both players now, of course, have scouted each other, so they know where their opponent has spawned. And will Happy, you know, with this particular spawn orientation, will Happy contour his build in order to get some early medevacs out? I think it's certainly a viable strategy as he adds on a couple of more barracks. So we are going to be seeing bio here, and I would imagine pretty soon we'll be seeing a quick starport here so that Happy can take advantage of the way that the players have spawned here. And the factory is going to go on the reactor and start to produce some Hellions. And obviously Hellions are always a nice unit to have. Dealing with, you know, early Zerg, you can roast up some Zerglings, you can get good map control, you can run them into the base as well and destroy drones if you are able to get lucky enough with that. And a layer is on the way right now for TLO, and he is obviously going to be teching up. Let's check some of these tabs. Income, the little one has 40 drones, 32 SCVs for Empire Happy as he brings these Hellions out to roast up the Zergling that was controlling the Xel'Naga tower. And that is obviously pretty standard there, as these Hellions are going to make their way over to the third And Happy, you know, both of these players, you know, the thing about TLO is he's such a creative Zerg. You never really know what to expect. This time around, he is playing a very standard ZvT. So this is going to really test both players' late game abilities here. I think 4 Hellions are actually going to run right into the natural. And this is what I was talking about before. This is why Hellions are just so good in Terran versus Zerg. If you can get these Hellions into the enemy base, you can just roast up drones. One drone has gone down already, so oh, that was a huge shot right there. And absolutely brutal. A bunch more drones going down here to make that 10 workers going down for the little one because he clumped them up at the corner right here. That was a big mistake by the little one, and I'm surprised when those Hellions came back around the mineral line, TLO didn't decide to run those drones away. I would have thought for sure he would have, but he kind of just let them stay there, all clustered up, and the Hellions really took advantage of that. And now Happy, spurred on by that initial blow, is going to go for a second round here. Got 4 Hellions on the way. We also have finally some medevacs making their way out onto the field as well. So we'll see if the little one can deal with the Hellion harass the second time around. It looks like he's going to lose more drones, trying to put them onto the geyser here to give them a little bit more survivability. And he's going to end up canceling them because he just doesn't need that much gas at this point. But Happy has definitely gotten the upper hand here in this game with the continual harass. And right now he is ahead in supply by about 20 supply. Not a good situation for TLO, and he's going to lose more drones. This is just getting sloppy for the Zerg player. I don't know why the little one is, you know, why he's letting this just straight up happen. Where are his forces? Trying to get some more Zerglings on the field right now. He will finally destroy those Hellions, but not after 17 drones in total have fallen in this game. And I mean, I've got to say, yeah, he's got more drones than SCVs, but look at the supply here. The Zerg being down by about 10-15 supply, not the situation you want to be in as a Zerg player. And here comes Happy. He's rolling in here. He feels like he's got enough of an advantage to try to end this game. And I would agree with them. He's going to have combat shields coming up pretty soon here as well. Doesn't have +1 weapons, but he doesn't need it. And now the little one trying to desperately get some Banelings out on the field. Will he be able to connect these Banelings? He does not have Baneling speed. It is on the way, but it won't be done for another minute or so. And I think actually this first game, Happy is just going to completely steamroll TLO. Unless TLO can make something happen here, I just don't think he's got enough forces. He's going to end up losing this hatchery for sure. And you can see that this expansion now is going to go down. Drones trying to run away, but nothing they can do. And the Marines will take out the hatchery. There are some mutas coming, but a little too late. And I think game 1 of this set is going to go to Empire's Happy. Really sick you know, level here from Happy, because he's just increased his Starcraft skills so much in the last couple of years, I feel like. And really playing at a really high level, I've got to say. And the little one here just doesn't have an answer. It looks like some of these medevacs are going to fly back into the main, but actually he does have some mutas here. Could pick these medevacs off. Doesn't quite have enough muta firepower to take out the medevacs before they unload the Marines, but he does actually end up destroying the forces right there. And the little one here with a glimmer of hope, but he did lose his expansion, so he's still got a lot of ground to make up for. And right now down by about 15 supply, still gonna destroy some Hellions in the middle of the map, maybe catch these Marines out here as well. And the little one starting to get a little bit of momentum here. Ever since he destroyed those 2 medevacs, I think maybe Happy stuck around for a little too long. But the major problem here is the little one lost his expansion, and that is something very hard to recover from. He's also lost 35 drones in total. We'll see what he can do here. There are some Widow Mines out here, a bit of a minefield, making it hard for TLO to really engage there, unless he brings an Overseer for vision. And right now it looks like he is going to be morphing 1 Overseers all the way back at the natural expansion. This is going to take some time to get out there. And TLO really cannot afford to just say, screw it, I'm gonna just ram everything up the ramp here, because he doesn't know how many Widow Mines there are, and you know, running up a wall and a choke point like this is just usually suicidal. So not the best idea. There is going to be another expansion coming up here. as TLO tries to make up for lost ground by double expanding. Not a bad strategy, but of course Happy is right on top of the macro too, and he is going to be going for his third command center. So Happy continues to maintain his lead at 138 supply, and TLO here trying to catch up, but I feel like the damage he's taken in this game might have been too much. But he is going to try to go for an attack here rather than trying to attack up here, which is basically suicidal. If he can destroy this expansion before it really starts to take hold, then he might have a shot, and he needs to send everything in right now. Will he have enough time to take out these Marines? It looks like the Banelings are gonna get up here, but they aren't able to connect on the Marines, and now these Marines are all just rolling in. Banelings detonating on buildings and actually doing some good damage there. Those supply depots are going to drop down, but TLO investing, I think, more than he gained in this attack. And unfortunately, really, he only came away with killing a couple of supply depots. And I don't even think he killed, maybe he killed a few SCVs there. So, yeah, things are not looking great here for the Zerg. And look at this Marine army. Holy goodness. That is a lot of Marines. 50 Marines ready to go, ready to fight for the Terran and take out the Swarm. And TLO here actually in the main base with some mutas. Gonna try to buy himself some breathing room by being aggressive with his Mutalisk. Not a bad idea. There is actually a lone Mutalisk all the way up here. Was he double microing his mutas? One over here and the rest of his pack down here. That's very hard to do, but I guess TLO trying to make that happen. And you know, just seeing Zerg relying so heavily on layer tech really does remind me of Jaedong's style. But unfortunately for TLO, it just looks like this game has slipped out of his grasp. There's just really nothing he can do. And here comes these Marines and Widow Mines, and this one's gonna be pretty bad for TLO. He just lost like, I don't know, 20 Banelings for really not killing anything at all. And yeah, these mutas are just flying around in the middle of the map, but they are not saving this hatchery. And now it looks like TLO is gonna pull his forces back, but he's still in such a desperate situation here. If he can pull this off somehow, I mean, that would be one of the greatest comebacks in ZvT, being down by this much. One thing he does have going for him is he has a lot of Mutalisks, and I mean, if he can get these mutas to do something, you know, positive here, then maybe. I mean, he's got absolutely dominating air control, but he's gonna fly into a sick minefield, but the Overseers spot it just in time. Very nice by TLO right there. He actually almost flew into something dangerous. When there are 3 Widow Mines there, they can take out a pack of mutas pretty quickly, and you can see that Happy here is wisely clumping his Widow Mines up into little clumps like this, because he knows that one detonation won't be enough, but if 3 or 4 go off at once, that can just be a game ender. And right there, I mean, I kind of got a little bit of an adrenaline rush seeing TLO almost fly over the trap. And now what is he gonna do? There are these Marines still, you know, positioning themselves right outside of TLO's expansion, and he cannot afford to lose this expansion whatsoever. He actually has another hatchery coming up over here, but it looks like 2 medevacs are gonna encounter it, and now TLO gonna come in. He has all his Banelings and mutas going in. Oh, a lot of mutas taking damage there, but he cleans up the enemy Terran army and all the medevacs, and now if he can come back to his natural and save this expansion, he might not be in too bad of a spot. He has lost a lot of drones, so got to keep this hatchery alive at all costs. Gonna bring the mutas in. Baneling trying to get its detonation off. It will, and TLO cleans up the drop, but there are more Marines and Widow Mines coming in here, and this hatchery I don't think is gonna survive. And there is just, you know, that's the reason, just continuous pressure making it very difficult, but TLO comes in with the mutas. Oh my god, absolutely brutal Widow Mines, and the little one just lost like, I mean, like 75% of his mutas right there. They just became a almost an extinct species right there. And there it is. So game 1 of this game, I guess it's from the Zotac Cup, because we have somebody here called Z Cup. Going to Happy. Very nice, and we're going to go right on to game 2. Hope you guys enjoyed, and this is HD signing out.